we're back. It's another episode of the Runners Club podcast. I'm your co-host, Courtney Phillips.
It's Ian. I'm back too. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling?
We in the house. Yes. And if you're listening to this, it's the new year. And I hope that you're coming into the new year feeling refreshed, rested, reflected.
Yes. And we're drinking a tall glass of water right now. Hydrated. New year, new hydration.
Completely. So,
how are you feeling? You doing New Year's resolutions?
I have one, and it's just to make a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to raise my credit score and make more money. That's all I want to do.
I love it. That's on my vision board too, especially the credit score.
Oh
my God.
I'm just really about my paper.
I'm tired of rent. I'm trying to get me a little place so I can stop moving.
I hear that.
Straight up and down. But this is fun. I'm not gonna do any New Year's resolutions or anything like that this year. I am going to make goals and stuff like that, and see what I can achieve. I'm actually stealing that from somebody. Karen put me on that, so that's what she be doing. So I'm stealing her whole little thing right now. Just make a list of goals, very specific, as if, and then I guess you write them and claim them. You write them in a way where you're grateful for them, as if you've already accomplished them and stuff like that.
Love that.
At the end of the year, before you make a new list, you check off how many you reached and stuff like that. So I kind of liked it. It was something she mentioned in just a passing conversation that we had, and I was like, I ain't tell her right there. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that shit too. That shit sounds good. She write it on paper. I might put mine on my iPhone. But actually,
pen and paper is more effective. You can ask her about that. It's more effective, and I've heard of blue pen specifically.
Blue, like blue ink.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I don't know. Look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been writing for a very long time as human beings, so maybe the universe recognizes writing more so than texting.
I think it's about you are writing out each letter, and so your mind is more like you're etching it physically with your hand. So you're adding emotion to the thought, which makes the manifestation more powerful. That's versus just moving your thumbs and typing it into a computer or your phone.
So what if I write it in blood with a feather?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you're doing the most. You just take it and then you fly with it, and then it just never comes back down.
I feel like that might actually work. Don't look at my hair right now.
Your hair, wow! I've never seen so much length. Is that the braids were taken out?
Yeah, I'll take the braids out.
Wow!
I don't think I had braids when I met you.
I saw pictures on your Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think I had braids. I think I might have just taken them down.
I like it.
We're going to see.
I don't mean to put you on blast or anything, but to put you on blast, can you tell us who Karen is? Since you refer to her so often these days.
That's my boo.
Oh.
My little run back.
Okay.
It's my,
So we run an handcuff now.
So, yeah, this whole time. It's fun, too.
We can do a whole... What?
I got somebody to chase around.
Wow. We can do a whole episode on running bays.
Yup. Your bae don't be running though. What's going on with him?
Because he's just naturally athletic. He can hop in when he's ready.
When he ready, without he never missed a step.
Right. I don't get it.
Just 8-minute pace, just laughing and talking, just chilling. Bruh.
You just got back.
What do you be doing?
Relax. But I'll be the one hearing him the next day talking about, oh, my leg's sore. Yeah.
Babe, come rub me down, baby.
Yeah. So what's new? I want the updates, Ian. I think the people want the updates. What's going on?
Been trail running.
Trail running. So tell me the experience. I feel like you said a little bit about it before, right?
Yeah, maybe I did. I don't know. But
your feet. Your legs, muscles.
Yo, that is some wild ass running. I've been running in the trails when it's been like muddy. I've been hydroplaning. It's like crazy. I still haven't gotten my form down pat or my breathing. It's like a completely different thing. And I didn't get into it on some 2-3 mile type shit. Like I've been doing like 15-mile runs, 18-mile runs on the trail. And it's been crazy. It's been wild. It's been a wonderful experience and a really new challenge that I feel like I really needed in my life. But it is running on a whole nother level and stuff. But that's also because like I just want to spend more time with Karen, and that's what she's been doing. So I've been chasing her and Rosalie around the trails and Palos. And also I'm gonna run a 50K.
Ooh, wow. Are you doing the one that's coming up with Karen?
Yep.
Hey.
Yep. Somebody I got blessed with a spot, so I'm gonna go run it.
Wow. Wow.
32 miles.
We don't have, I mean, look, it's a marathon plus, what, 6 miles?
Yeah. Bandera. Going to run down to San Antonio.
That's amazing. When is it?
On the 8th.
Of January?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So this is okay. This explains so many things now that we've had conversations about that you're like, no, I'm not going to say anything until we're on our podcast. Okay. So, I can't say I'm not jealous. Can't say I'm not envious of the fact that you're going to run a 50K before me. I put that on the board. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like you're just, it's fine. I'm not going to say anything else on it. Enjoy.
I really thought she was gonna run yours for mine, and I just come up behind you like, yeah, did that shit too. But it's one and done for me. This trail shit is too much. It's different from road running.
Extremely different. Like it's not for people who aren't willing to like respect the trail.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because like a lot of our runners, because I mean, this has become, we run on Saturdays out of Palos, and it's really become like another 7 on Sundays run and stuff like that. It's really become like another 7 on Sundays run. Because Rosalie, Nez, Karen, they've been training for Bandera. Rosalie is doing the 100-mile race. And so they've been training for it, and their long runs have been at Palos. And so they've been invited runners to come run with them doing their training runs. And it's really cool because the way Rosalie has it set up is where even though she has to do like these high miles, she'll switched up the trails and the loops. So after every loop, whether it's the 5.5 mile loop, a 9 mile loop, a 3 mile loop, wherever it is, we'll always end up back where the cars are in the parking lot. And so people can either start at the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock hour with us if they want to do different mileage, if they don't want to do the whole thing.
That's brilliant.
So it's become like another 7 on Sundays day for us to run. And then a lot of us will still meet up on Sundays and do the 7-mile run. So it's been truly, truly an experience. And if you got time on Saturdays, pretty sure we'll still be doing it afterwards. I know you was like hating going run by yourself on the trails. This shit crazy.
Who said that? Who said that?
Who
said that? No, I mean, I didn't hate. No, I said, if you want to join me, honestly, I enjoyed my time alone on the trails. It was some of the only alone time that I like have had like consistently for a long time. It was a thing that I was all my own, and I chose to share it with people if I like really wanted to. And I think that is going to continue to be my thing that I'll every now and then invite people into, like group wise.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think for me, it's about being in nature, being quiet if I want to, listening to music if I want to, like, yeah. And also just taking my goddamn time and like walking up hills if I feel like it. It's just me and the outdoors.
Yeah, I've been in the back a lot of the runs. A lot of people come out Somehow they're able to keep their low minutes, split times like 8:30s, 8:45s and stuff. I choose to run like about a 9:30, between 9:30 and 11-minute miles, depending on what trail we on and how many hills is on the said trail. But I really take my sweet time with it because it, it's I don't even know how to explain it. But another one of the reasons why I decided to try it out was I was hearing some conversation about trail running and ultra marathon running while I was down at the running event, the
Right.
TRE I went to.
Yeah.
So runners, trail runners, and ultra marathoners talking about how they don't feel like running stores really catered to them. I definitely want to see if there was a way and there was a space for me to include them in my product mix, especially the ones here in Chicago who are definitely not getting that from Heartbreak or Fleet Feet, because we're not a big trail destination. And maybe Heartbreak and Fleet Feet know something I don't know. Maybe it's just not been financially beneficial. But I would like to shoot my shot to see how I can incorporate those customers into my store. But I feel like, once again, I prefer carrying products and talking to customers on a peer-to-peer level. So I want to experience what it's like to be out there on those trails, experience what it's like to be out on zero, trying to figure out my nutrition, seeing how that water pack feels on my back when I'm running, so I can better speak to and service the customers that come into my store.
Yeah, I mean, maybe what it is that, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speak about Heartbreak, but like, I've never met anyone from like Heartbreak or some of these other run stores that, like, with people that work there that are actual trail runners or like enthusiasts who care about it. Because I get, like, it's like if you're a fast runner, trail is not like, I mean, I feel it's like something, the fast runners want to be seen on road.
Yeah. And I mean, this isn't to speak to Heartbreak or them on a personal level and stuff like that. Like, Chicago is a road running city and stuff like that.
Trails are not as accessible.
Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
2,000%. But from a business standpoint, the market for trail running and ultra marathon running, especially for women, which is most of my customers, is growing and stuff like that. So, just trying to get ahead of it and see if there's a way for me to cater to those runners, especially get more Black and brown people, persons out on these trails, because it's crazy. It's so much fun.
Well, I really like what you said when you first brought up trail running, when you're like first really getting into it, that it's like what you heard from the convention that you're at, or like was it a conference? It's a conference, right?
Yeah, it's a trade
show. Like, trail is the ultimate equalizer amongst runners. So it's like women are beating men flat out because they're just because they have the endurance, and it takes a different type of runner to be on trail and to also do ultra marathons. It's really makes everybody kind of at a level that is equal. And it's like, that to me is part of the reason why I'm interested in doing it just as a woman, because I'm just like, I know I'm strong. I know I can beat a lot of these dudes out here who don't know how to pace themselves, who, aren't stretching, don't really aren't like a full holistic athlete,
Right.
No offense, but like, that's where women can excel.
2,000%. Oh, put on Do Not Disturb.
I know, that's right.
And we trying to figure it out, because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be pretty cool watching. I forgot, man. Apple switched Do Not Disturb to Focus.
Oh yeah. You also might want to turn off the app, because sometimes when you do that, it'll still alert you. That's my experience. But yeah. Okay. So we're running a 50K with little to no training, but you have run a marathon. You didn't run. Okay. So you did not run Chicago. So when's the last time you ran a marathon?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a bitch.
That was.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't run it. But so that was 2020. October. And shout out to Road Less Travel. And so then.
So I was currently in the process of training for the F3 half marathon at the end of January.
Sure.
And like I said, I just got kind of roped into this whole thing, and a spot became available, and I was just like, let's fucking go. Let's start, you know, and
so do you
I don't know.
I have questions, Ian. I have questions. But go ahead.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, okay, so do you have a vest? Do you have a water pack?
Nah, I gotta order one.
Okay.
I'm thinking like 1.5 liters.
Yeah, I would carry a 1.5 liters on my back, and then I would have 2 in the front. And when I was getting up to, like, because I finished my training for my 50K, so when I got up to like 18, 19 miles, or how many? No, I was cutting my things. I would do a long run, and then I did a sandwich run. So I would run all of my stuff within the span of less than 24 hours. And so when I was in upwards of like close to 30 miles, I would go through like all that water.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I like to be hydrated. And then I would stuff it with all my snacks.
Yeah.
And I know for Coach, and I don't know, like you are clearly out here with Rosalie, so just stop me if I'm being redundant here. But like, I know with Coach Robin, like it was really interesting for me to run with her because she was like coaching me, but she also was just kind of like, I'm not gonna like spoon feed you. So like, if you want to get into trail, like she was training for a 50 miler at the time. So then she was like, all right, I'm gonna be here at this time, and I'm running this many miles, and this is what your training says, so you can come out and run those miles with me, but I'm doing this for myself, so you can do it for yourself. And and so I like kind of showed my commitment through showing up, but like, and also just seeing the things that she was wearing, how she was getting prepared, how she was eating, and things like that, and just kind of like following by what I saw. And she was like, immediately was like, we're walking up hills because it's a waste of energy to try to bust up those hills also. And then I was reading, and then pause on that. But like, I'm recently reading this book called A Runner's Guide to a Happy Life or whatever by one of the Boston Marathon winners back in like the 60s, whatever.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a good book. And it's like a quick read. I'm almost done with it. So I definitely suggest it. And he said that he ran like this marathon that was, where was it? I think it was like, I swear it might have been in Asia. I always do this with details, but the point is like, he was running this race, and it was his first like 50K or something like that. And he was confused because he's always been like super fast, and he's always just kind of busted through one and whatever. And he was running this race, and like everybody like would stop at the hill and walk up the hill. And he was just like, I don't understand. Why is everyone going so slow? So then he pushed his way through the first time, and he figured, and he was winded and he couldn't handle it. And then finally he just like slowed down, and he was just like, okay, I like, there's a reason why there's a reason for this method. So like, he just kind of did it too. And he ended up, it's just like, by the time you're in like the energy you would have spent trying to get up the hill faster than everybody else, you end up like messing up everything else. So it doesn't really change the timing of like you finishing. So I don't know what that experience has been, or like what your strategy is.
Yeah. See, doing the training, they've been running uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But Rosalie made it quite clear that she will be walking hills on race day. I have grown to start walking my hills even doing training.
It's strange, right?
I was jumping mileage really hard because, like I said, I was training for this half. Even though I was doing these longer runs, it's like I was doing like hour 30-minute runs, 2-hour runs, and stuff like that to finish that mileage. That lately I've been on Saturdays, I'm running for like 3.5 hours at a time. So it's I'm walking. Like, I'm not gonna try to run up these hills. And another cool thing is, I heard like on these trails, like the nutritional situation is completely different. Like, they be eating like food and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think Rosalie said they're gonna have burgers at one of her stations.
I know someone said that like there's like 50K where like people like serve McDonald's and like at the front of it. And like, I know, I've been told that ultra marathons are an eating contest. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's like, if can you maintain a certain level of like carbs and fuel in your body to finish this race? Because that's really what it is. Because the moment your body starts acting weird or feeling weird, it's like that just prohibits you from finishing the ultra marathon. That's literally like one of the only things. Obviously, there's athleticism, but it's like you're so energy deficient
Yeah.
that it's really just about making sure that you're caught up. I have never drank a Coca. I haven't not ever. I haven't drank a Coca-Cola in years, but on one of my runs with Coach Robin, she
Yeah,
handed me one, and I'm hooked because I'm like, oh, I understand now because it's carbs, it's sugar, and it's not protein, it's carbs, sugar, and caffeine.
yeah.
It's a great mix. It's exactly what your body wants.
Yeah. I haven't had enough time to figure out my nutrition because I was just out here with my mortgage jail. I got eating and drinking. I think I'm doing all of that, but at a mile on a trail is so much longer than a mile on the road. It takes so much more energy and stuff like that. And I hope I'm not scaring anybody away from trail running. It's just a different animal. That's just really, there's no other way to say it and stuff like that. You're slower and my legs feel better. I don't get me wrong, like running 18 miles on pavement versus 18 miles on a trail, my legs bounced back like it was nothing. All I had to do was just, keep moving. I got a little bit of privilege with my store. I got the compression boots in the store, 45 minutes in those.
Yeah.
I'm all good. But, anybody can just go hit up Edge Lounge and spend 45 minutes in their boots and stuff like that as far as recovery goes. But you're taking so much more energy by taking so much less damage on your body.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say like when I'm the food part really gets me excited because like just to give our listeners a perspective for me personally, like I would make overnight oats the night before and then put in like flaxseed and chia seed and all that. And then I would like put a like blob.
Take with you on your run.
What?
Much toilet paper.
I go to the bathroom before I leave. Like I'm really good about that. Like I give myself time because that's the whole part. It's a process. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's not just food. It's also like you going and all that stuff. So like I would wake up giving myself the time to like eat all of that because I'd also put like peanut butter on it, and then I'd drink like hot tea to really like get everything going so I could go to the bathroom before I left the house. And then the time where I leave my house to the trail would be about like 30, 45 minutes. So then by the time I get to the trail, I'll go to the bathroom again. You know what I mean? And then it's like, but also I would pack all of my food before the night before. So then I would do a peanut butter sandwich, but then I would take like vegan bacon and crisp that shit up and put it in between the peanut butter and have a crunchy peanut butter. So good. So good. Oh my God. What? And then what I really love is I'll do dates and just like the pitted dates, slice the top open so that I can put peanut butter inside of it and then close it up and then put it in the freezer so that when I take it out and put it in my vest, it's still hard and I can easily just put it in my mouth because dates are so full of nutrients. And then you have the protein from the peanut butter. It's like, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. And then on top of that, little bursts of sugar, like those little kids' applesauce pouches that you just twist open and then you just pack some of those in there. Or even some fruit leather if I just want something like that. And then sometimes I'll do like roasted nuts. I would put all that shit in there, and then I would have I would have a sandwich. I would bring gel. I would do the gel, but then I would eat like every 45 minutes. And I would have to eat something that had like protein in it. And I know that like some of the edge runners, they'll bring like cold pepperoni pizza, put that in their vest and just eat that. And the strategy is eat while you're walking up hills. Drink while you're walking up hills. That's your time. Because then you don't have to stop while you're running on flat surface. Or nothing's flat, but you know what I'm talking about.
I would take a shit eating all of that.
Yeah. And so then like 4 hours later, you drank over a liter and a half of water. And then, I will just I get into the bush and then just pee behind a tree most of the time. And then, since you guys are looping, if you're looping and there's a porta potty, then you can like go to the bathroom and then come back out. Yeah.
This is wild. But I wonder with my energy, because I don't think we're going to do another long run before the race. I hurt my ankle this last Saturday on the run. Karen hurt her tibia or some shit, whatever's like right here.
Yeah. Ooh. Ow.
And so, because we're supposed to do 18 miles on Friday, and then 15 miles on Saturday.
Yeah.
I ended up only doing like 5 on Saturday, just because soreness and stuff like that. Mars went to rest, and then Mars got sick, so we haven't ran again. But trying to see, just trying to see what it's gonna be like.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna keep that in mind. Peanut butter and jelly and pork bacon sound like the move, though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Do like real bacon.
Sound like something I'm finna eat now.
That shit it's like salty and like a weird sweetness of peanut butter, but like, and then if you crisp the bread, you put the bread in the toaster first. Man, it's so good. And then you cut that thing in half and then eat one half and then the other half later. It's just it's actually the perfect running snack.
PB&J with bacon.
Yeah. Just peanut butter with bacon.
Oh, peanut butter.
I don't do the jelly. The jelly is unnecessary. All you need is like the salty deliciousness from the bacon and the peanut butter. And then toasted bread.
Okay.
It's delicious.
I wonder if I can make this the night before.
I mean, I would suggest having it ready. Because if you let peanut butter sit or with the bacon, it might get a little soggy. I like to like.
You're right. Maybe I'll make it the night before.
If you're in Airbnb. So, okay. So you traveling. So I want to know the situation. You're traveling to what state?
Texas.
And you're going to San Antonio?
Yeah. Bandera's like an hour outside of San Antonio.
Got it. And then what is this trail that you're running?
Bandera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is this one loop or is it like you're looping it a couple times? What does the trail look like?
So I don't know. I got my first race email today. I think the next one next week is going to have like the trail.
Okay.
The route, maybe this one didn't. But I don't have my phone. This email said the rugged and brutal, I cannot say these two words together. The rugged and the brutal beauty of the trail awaits you. Everything that cuts, stings, and bites.
Oh my God.
I can't go the rest of that sentence. But I'm like, oh shit, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Because we're gonna be down in Texas. I'm expecting it to be hot. You feel me?
I would check the temperature right now when the sun is down. Because a lot of times in the South, like even now, like even in LA, like in the winter, it's hot when the sun's up, but as soon as the sun goes down, but it is Texas, so you never know.
We're going to be running in the daytime.
Yeah. I mean, I was just in Mexico, and when the sun went down, it was like a little colder. I'm just saying it's the South. It's like Southern.
Well, I remember being down in Austin, and it was like, when we started our runs in the morning, it was pretty chilly.
Yeah.
It was 50 degrees, but it was chilly.
Yeah.
Like chilly 50. And I think they don't have a lot of humidity, so that's
it's dry. Dry area.
So just trying to figure it out, but I'm also wondering, should I wear like at minimal some Nike Pro Tight just to protect my legs? Because
from all the things that sting and bite?
Or a cut? Shit.
What it was a sting, bite, and cut?
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the stinging and the bite was one thing. So it's like, okay, I can just avoid some shit. Listen out for the rattles, jump over the scorpion. The cutting shit sound like, because I was going to wear these, my Nike Aeroloft tights and my, I actually wearing it right now, my green trail shirt.
Right. I like that.
But like, I don't know. I feel like I need to hide my legs now.
Yeah, I mean, if you can run, a 50K in tights for that long. Have you done any runs with those on?
Well, yeah. The last one I did, it was pretty comfortable. It wasn't bad. I was hot as hell though.
Maybe just be more airy on the top.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. This trail t-shirt is like, it's paper thin. Like it's crazy.
Perfect.
But I feel like I should wear a t-shirt instead of a tank to offer some UV protection from the sun. And then I'm going to re-braid my hair so I could wear a hat to protect my hair from the sun.
I hear that. Okay.
So
Nice. And so is Karen going to be running with
she's doing the
Rosalie?
50K, but
Is she running with you? Like, do you guys plan on running together, or does she have goals?
I don't know if we're gonna run together. Like that's nah. I don't think we're really gonna be waiting for each other. I'm pretty sure she's gonna leave me.
Because when me and Mike was running together, we was like, we're staying together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, doing the training for the most part, yeah. But race day, I don't know if we're gonna stick together. I don't know. She tends to run better than me, so she might run faster. She's also been training more than I have for it.
Sure. Yeah.
So, it's kind of like her race. She want to see how she'll do with it, see if it's something she'll continue to do, because she has no interest in doing marathons.
But an ultra on trail is good.
She don't want to run that long on the pavement.
I mean, I bet there's marathons that are on trail.
That's what I was saying. She was like, well, I'll do that shit. But so this for me, this is the one and done. I just want to get it. I just want to say I did it. So ain't nobody talk shit, namely you.
Oh, I was never going to talk shit.
Okay. I couldn't wait for that first time. I was like, well, you can
talk shit now. Right. You've never done this before. Yeah. Now you're going to be like, well, I did it before you. So.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So this is the whole reason why I'm a runner now.
Don't get caught on a trail, Ian, because you don't get caught.
Gee, if
careful.
If they have to come save me, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
You know what I mean? Don't have them send the hot helicopters in to come save you off this trail.
If a motherfucker gotta come save me, I'm gonna be mad as hell, G. I would die before I send somebody to come save me. No, if I get stuck on Bandera, I live there now.
But is it because like the one I was gonna do was one big ass circle? Like, is this a thing that you go around more than once?
Gee, I have no idea. I kid you not. I have no idea.
And also what you should look at, because what I was looking at too is like the elevation. So like the elevation's got the highest for the McDowell Mountain Frenzy 50K at mile 20. So that's when you're like really steep, and then you have another 12 miles run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it'll literally show you like how the elevation increases, and then it'll decrease or whatever. And so then you can kind of prepare and like save your energy for when things get a little bit more rough.
I think it's a 7.4 mile
loop.
The Bandera Mountain Summit is a 7.6 mile heavily trafficked out and back trail.
But like in the email that you got, they should show you a map of like where
the 50K is one
starting and finishing. Huh?
The 50K is one full lap.
Oh, so then there you go. That's fun. I think that's much better than like I prefer not seeing the same thing more than once.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I want to see. the quote. Whoa. What? Oh, gee. I wish I could show you this map. Oh, actually, I can.
You can share your screen.
Okay, you got.
Our listeners won't be seeing this, so we'll have to be very descriptive.
But you got to keep talking while I'm figuring out. Tell me what's going on.
I'm just saying, like, okay, well, for me, this is exciting to talk to you about the 50K, because you kind of now are understanding a little bit of like the preparations for it. Like, I think before it was just me just talking to people that didn't really understand what I was going through. I mean, specifically people of color. Like everyone else that I know that has run the 50K is white. So, and I think for me, what I've been going through is just kind of like, I haven't really taken a lot of time to reflect on the fact that I did not run my 50K. It's because the fact that it was supposed to happen this month, I think is another thing where I'm just like, okay, like my 50K was supposed to be December 4th. It's the 27th. And so, like in between then and now, like I had my birthday, the holidays happened. I've hosted my Matthew's close family at our apartment. And like, I think I'm about to go out of town tomorrow to see my family in Alabama. And it's just like there's been so much going on that I really haven't had time to process. And so, I'm reading my book on, the secret to a runner's, like a happy life runner, whatever, blah, blah. I'm trying to get Matthew to bring this book into the office so that I can be more accurate when I quote it. But I'm just like, I'm trying to reflect, but at the same time, I'm trying not to like get super sad about it. I've already gotten sad about it, but I've also just like, what am I learning from this? How do I feel as an athlete? Do I want to try to go for a 50K again? Do I want to try and work on my speed? I'm really just, and also I'm going through a lot of changes for next year as well, where I think maybe, I don't know, if I'm ready, I'll make my announcement on like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it at the end of January, but I do have a big announcement for me and it's going to change a lot. Mm-hmm. And you already know what I'm talking about, Ian, but I think end of January is probably the most appropriate time to say it. But I have a lot of change happening that's coming up, and being an athlete, being a runner, I'm trying to just see how that fits and making sure that I'm doing it for me. Because I think my running journey has started with myself, but it quickly developed into serving the community. Right. And so I want to get back to serving myself, and by way of serving serving myself first and getting the community to be served through that, through my own story, I guess, or just through my own experience. I think because it's like, I can't coach anyone if I don't have experience. If I can't get out and run by myself, yeah, there's still so much that I want to learn as a runner.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
You about to share this?
No, you gotta, it's disabled. You gotta enable it. But I mean,
all right, go for it.
Even what you're saying speaks to, what I was saying as well. Not what you're talking about. Hold on. Yeah, just that stuff. Just that. I want you to see it.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what your thoughts are when you come back and talk about your 50K experience. I already know I want to run a 50K. Like, I don't want to speak too soon, but I've been interested in ultra marathons. I want to run this 50K to make sure that I want to like continue. But ideally, it's like in my lifetime, I think it would be really cool to run like 100-miler eventually. Like do a 50K, do a 50-miler, then do 100K, and then do a 100-miler.
All right.
Why not? Like, maybe I'll stop at 50-milers.
You'll stop at 50?
I said, I don't know. We'll see. I'm saying ideally, in an ideal world because I haven't experienced the ultra yet, I'm saying would love to do all of the ultra marathon lengths, including going all the way up. But who knows? I might do a 50K and a 50-miler and be like, I think I'm just going to do 50-milers or 50Ks,
Yeah, I can't accept it.
Okay, well, what are you looking at? Explain. Use your words.
So it's one whole loop, but it's just like it's crazy to look at. I don't know how to explain it. It does a lot of turns and it's wild. I really don't know how to explain it.
Take a snapshot and text it to me.
Oh, you know what? That's a fucking thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think. What made Karen and Rosalie decide on this one? Is there like...
Well, I think Rosalie was doing it, and Karen mentioned to her that she wanted to give it a shot. Mm-hmm. And then, me, I just be like, I get involved. I just want to run.
You do be one. Okay, this thing like loops in and out and around. Like this isn't even a circle. I need our listeners to understand that this is not a circle. This is like if a little child just scribbled on a piece of paper.
Yes.
And then it happened to connect on either end.
You got to look at the arrows. Because it don't even go out. It don't even go on the perimeter. It goes in and it comes back out. It's crazy.
Yeah. This is the park, and then we're gonna run every inch of it in and out and around, and then back again. Interesting.
Elevation for Bandera.
That's very interesting. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna be really dope. They got an antelope on here. Just a big ass antelope. Armadillo, excuse me. Just chilling at the top of the
antelope with armadillo.
I don't know. I don't be out in the wild like that, okay?
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay, so this is next week.
Next week, man. We gonna
like, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yeah. Well, anybody who's listening might be confused. We dropping this after New Year's, so this is when you're hearing it. That's why we was like, oh, it's the New Year. Really, we're recording this in December, but
yeah, this is right. Here you go. Next episode, he would have come out and come back. I just want you to finish. But if you don't finish and you had to get rescued, just please make it a good story. Make it a good story for us to hear.
5,245 feet.
5,000? That's a lot.
Yeah, feet is the one thing at the top, right?
It's the United States. It's inches and feet. Yeah, Yep. Wow. Okay. I think so. So this is the book. This is the book that I've been reading. It's called The Runner's Guide to the Meaning of Life. What 35 years of running has taught me about winning, losing, happiness, humility, and the human heart. And it says here one of the five best books on running, and it's by Amby Burfoot, winner of the 1968 Boston Marathon, which in this book, he talks about how this is the same year that Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Wow.
Crazy. So, and I also, I read all of these books with a grain of salt because I'm also just like, my nigga, you're white and you ran the Boston Marathon in 1968 with a whole bunch of white men when women weren't even allowed to run the marathon. So
he was like, this is the same year that Martin Luther King died, but
and no black
year of my life because
right. Okay, so you won the marathon. Okay, great. So you had no real competition. Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm getting. So
same year that Martin Luther King died, but I BQ, motherfuckers.
Nigga, I not only BQ, but I won that bitch. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but it's actually a pretty good book. If you can just keep that in your mind, because it's when I say this, because it's I know we have listeners of all different backgrounds, but I'm just I'm suggesting this book, but even for it's just specific. I feel like black folks, we just know, but I'm just saying for all the white folks that are just ooh, I think I want to read this book. I just need y'all to keep in mind that most running books are written by white people. I don't like it.
They know it is. We know
but they need to hear it sometimes because it's just and it's a lot of these people who is just just remember the context of which these books are being written is all I'm asking.
It's all right, man. Burfoot had a good year. Martin Luther King did not.
He did not. He absolutely did not.
Burfoot had a good year.
Or it was just too good and people just couldn't stand it.
Let's let him celebrate his victories.
Right. So, but ultimately he says a lot of really interesting, important things, and his reflections have hit home for me as a runner, especially getting injured, not being able to run my race. He mentions this early on in the book of just that's a normal thing. Runners, no race is guaranteed. Anything can happen. Yeah. So you need to really appreciate the training. And it's that's something that obviously I learned. I've said it 1,000 times at this point. I feel like it's something that was my lesson this year of running is just what are you really doing it for? Because if it's to run races, you're going to be disappointed because you may or may not get there. I think that's one of the best lessons that I've learned, I think early on. And I'm glad that I'm learning it now because it's I'm never going to sign up for a race ever again and be oh, I know for a fact I'm going to run this. It's you never know what the fuck could happen. You never know.
Right. That's real. That's real. I don't know if you remember, I signed up for the RTL Marathon because I said I need a training program. I need something to run for.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I just needed that structure. I needed that feeling that I get every year that I get while training for a marathon. And there was no Chicago Marathon that year, at least not in person and stuff like that. So yeah, I completely get the importance of actually just appreciating the training process and the training programs. Like that's 99.9% of the experience. And then the race is just is there. Yeah, you get the medal at the end of it, but it's the culmination of everything you were doing leading up to that day.
And I'll add to this is that like you, no matter what within racing, what's great is that like you will always come out of the experience a better person. Like like whether it's athletically or just like mentally, like it's your time to figure out your life in a lot of ways. And like training, running, you always end up on the other end of a run better, right? But like out of no matter what, at the end of a training cycle, it's like even if it was shitty, you reflected on something. Like you came out of that, you learned something about yourself at least. Like, and since he's been a winner of a lot of races and he's been successful, like he understands what winning feels like. I think he also writes about just like, a lot of these runners who do win, like they face a certain point in their running journey where they realize that they're not that person anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And there's runners who like, will put everything into a race to the point where like they're like throwing up at the end of it. And it's just like they don't leave anything on the trail. And it's like, that's great for, good for you, whatever. But like, some people like really beat themselves up. Like they'll break themselves to win a race or break themselves to finish at a certain time. But then it's like, your body is not going to do that forever. And so like at some point, these runners have to face that. And that in and of itself is a really important lesson. Cause then it's also like, they really got to be like, what am I running for? Because I'm not running to win.
Right.
I can no longer win.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Especially like, yeah. And I think that speaks to the average runner because the average runner is not winning these races.
No, they're running it for themselves or, like we always like, yeah. I mean, I've been actually I was mulling over the thought just today before we hopped on about like, running for a reason. I think there's a lot of like, a lot of people who they need a reason like charity or something like that to like run. And because I also think that a lot of those people are not necessarily, and you know what I mean? Y'all can come for me, but I think sometimes it's like, they're not doing it necessarily because they're a runner. They're doing it and then they're kind of like, I'm going to raise this money or I'm going to do this thing and I'm done. And then I've done it. And it's like, but runners, they run to run.
Running is secondary.
Yeah, the running is secondary. It's like, and when I'm talking about runners, I personally want to speak to the runners that run because that's the primary thing. That's at least when I'm doing this podcast, even I'm just like, that's who I'm speaking to. Not that take from it what you will. If you don't like what I'm saying, leave it. But my point is like, we run because it's primary.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like, I'm like, what is the motivation for the runner that doesn't necessarily need a charity to run, but like the person that like, sometimes it's like, we're all going through some stuff. So it's just like, what is it that this runner needs to like get motivated again or whatever? Because like the runner who runs to run has a lot of personal motivation, but then at the same time, like we're going through so much shit. And it's like me having this experience. I'm just like, what is the next thing that's going to motivate me? Cause I want to run, but at the same time, I'm like, I still need some type of motivation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's just a tangent.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I mean, I think everybody finds that healing factor within running. And when you get to go out here, get these miles, you get to clear your mind, you be very meditative. But then after a while, you kind of get used to it and it becomes regular. It kind of loses its specialness to it. And then now you're like sitting here looking at your shoes and you're like, oh, I really don't feel like it because now you kind of gotten used to, that feeling because it doesn't come until after the run most of the time anyway. And so we all talk about it, how we have a love-hate relationship with running and things like that. But I think I've said it here before. It's like motivation is not a reliable source for anything. Motivation comes and it goes. It's strong and it's weak. It's just not constant at all. And so relying on motivation to be a runner, especially a distance runner, it's only going to take you so far. Only thing you really need is consistency, is to get up and continue to get those miles, even when you don't really want to, because we've all said it. The run that we did not want to do has more than likely been some of our best runs.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's the discipline. The runner that runs to run is disciplined because it's like, I don't necessarily need a race, but I do like to have a race so that I can kind of like get better at running, at the skill of running. It's more about that for me. Yeah. But then like, I feel like the discipline part I've been working on for the past like 2.5 years. So that's like, it's easy at this point. It's like, I know if I'm told to run or if I feel like I need to run, like I'll just get out and do it. I'll just be like, what do I need to wear?
Right.
How long am I doing this? Is it timed or am I going by mileage? Like, it's really just like, I'm going to get this shit done.
Yeah. 2000%. 2000%. I love it. And that's all you need. That's all you need, man. Just get out here. You know what it is, especially if you follow the training plan, because that's so easy. Is you the plan is telling you what to do every day. Get up, put your socks on, lace your shoes up, make sure your sports bra is fitting tight if you're a breast wearing person, and just go. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy it.
Not breast wearing.
Breast wearing, yeah.
Bra wearing?
Nah, you're right. I should have said bra wearing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I for me, it's been, I'm officially resting. Like I was at the gym up until the holidays really hit, up until I went to Mexico.
Oh yeah.
That shit was amazing, by the way.
And
it was amazing. For anyone who hasn't been to Cozumel, like, please go. Like, try to get a direct flight from like straight into Cozumel because they have an airport. It's an island right off like that little tip. Like when you look at the Gulf of Mexico, it's in the tip of Mexico. It's right there. And it used to be like a port, and then it's a lot of history, blah, blah, blah. It's great. And it takes you like 45 minutes to drive around the entire island.
Wow.
It's a substantial island, so you still feel safe, but it's also like, wow, I'm on an island. And it's a 30-minute ferry ride to the mainland. But it's been nice to just relax. And obviously being in a tropical area, also be like able to celebrate myself. I think that's something that I talked about on the podcast before, but like, like celebrating myself is not something that I'm used to doing, not something that I necessarily am like, I usually shy away from it. I'm not usually like, okay, it's my birthday. Like, let's go. And like, I want my cake. I need everyone to sing me happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. If you saw my Instagram this year, you're probably like, oh, she does this all the time. No, this is not usual, but I'm about to make it usual because I enjoyed it and I deserve it. And I think that everybody should spend time celebrating themselves the way that they want to celebrate themselves. And, my birthday is also right before Christmas. And I'm like, I have to, it's like fighting for time.
Point to you before you start pointing to everybody else.
Okay. Right, because I hosted my fiance's family for an entire week, which love them dearly, but I'm tired. So yeah, that was really great. And then I really did not run. I didn't even think about running, but I enjoyed it. I was out, bathing suits, cheeks out. You know what I mean? Like I was out here feeling great. But then I dived straight into the holidays and I'm like, I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't ran. And I'm just like, okay, a little bit of me is like, girl, when you gonna get to the gym? Girl.
Need some weights.
Are you thinking about running? I'm like, yes, I'm thinking about running. Like I've been seeing runners like these really warm days, like, oh, this is a beautiful day to run outside. This is a really beautiful day.
That's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been nice. 40 degrees. Like you want to run. And I'm just like, you committed to taking all of December off, do it. And so like, that's me just trying to commit to it. Cause like because when am I going to do this?
Yeah.
I need to do it. So I'm feeling good. I also am like still a little traumatized because when I think about running, I have like this phantom pain in my knee. I'll be like, oh, it's 40 degrees. Oh, it's nice outside. Oh, what would you wear? Do you want to run maybe like 20 minutes? It's like real quick, whatever. And then like randomly my knee will just like,
you start feeling something.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's fake. But yeah, I'm like going through it, but oddly going through it.
How's the strength training been?
I'm in the gym. Like, I feel good being in the gym. I've always been really good at lifting weights. Like, I've never had any issues. I'm very thorough. I don't mind being the only girl in the weight room. Like, I do what I need to do.
Hey, man, them chicks in LA be swole.
I'll be up there like, yeah, me too.
I be in there staring. Oh, I'm creepy as hell. I be in there staring. Like, I don't be checking them out. I be like, damn, I want my back to look like us. God. Yeah. Shorty's shoulders is amazing.
Wild. Yeah. It's not a lie.
Them High Park LA Fitness women, they be lifting
on another level. But what they're not doing though is running. You know what I mean? I always be like, but you can't run 10 miles though. I'm so petty. I know.
I'm very petty.
I'm very petty.
Now you're trying to avoid the BB.
What you can't do is outrun me in a long distance foot race.
You kick my ass, but you have to catch me first.
Don't let me see you on trail.
That is hilarious. I love it. You're gonna be in there because January gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy cold. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying like all the people who trying to lose weight for the new year.
Yeah, that means I need to just go earlier.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's a good point though. Yeah, I need to go earlier. Hopefully people don't go because COVID. You need to like spray that thing down. Because also, okay, maybe this is just for me to deter people from getting an LA Fitness membership and going to the Hyde Park location. But people do not be wearing masks all the time. And like, they just be acting all willy-nilly. And I'm not just saying the people who work out. See, Ian, you're part of the problem. But let me finish. It's not just the people who work out. It's the people who work there. Like the personal trainers do not when it's not packed, they just be walking around with no mask on. I just be like, you're never, ever going to see me without my mask on, sir. Ever.
I can't work out with a mask on.
Ever. I don't care. I figured it out. Just get a disposable mask. It's because if you get a disposable mask, you get a little bit more, you're able to breathe through it a little bit better. It's some cotton masks that be fucking people up. But like if you get a disposable mask, which is easier, right? Because you're working out and sweating, you can throw it away, put on the regular one. That's the key. It's just, so I'll be wearing my mask consistently. I'm also getting my booster shot. And my flu shot.
I'm getting it as soon as I come back.
Yeah, same. So it's rough out here. Everybody stay safe.
But you know what? I'm 6 in one hand, half a dozen in another, because the boost only lasts like 3 months. And so I'm like sitting here, I'm like, okay, should I get it now? And I kind of came to the conclusion that I should just get it now. But I was just trying to see, like, should I get it now when I felt like I was not going to be around a lot of people after the holiday? Or should I wait until like the springtime when I'm normally be around people, spring and the summertime, and get it around there? But then somebody was like, well, think about it. It's cold. You can be inside more than outside, so you should get it now.
Then you'll just have to get another one. And say, the thing is, it's not going away. It's not going away.
You just don't get vaccinated up every
month.
6 months.
Yeah. It's like it's just COVID. It's a virus. It lives. It's not dead. We're the ones dying. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Motherfuckers think they get a vaccine and then all of a sudden the virus is no longer. No, it still exists. Just like the flu. And and Walgreens and CVS steady be trying to get us flu shots every year. And we'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm one of those people. I'm getting a flu shot for the first time in probably, don't come for me, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Everybody.
Who gets flu shots? Yeah. But this year I'm getting a flu shot and I'm getting my booster and I'm gonna officially be that person that like gets the flu and all that shit that I normally don't get. But I think it's just the people that get COVID and they're just like, I don't get it. I got 2 vaccines and then COVID's still here. I don't understand. It's like, okay. I'm gonna need you to get off of World Star and motherfucking the Shade Room for all your news. Okay. I need you to come up off Instagram for a second.
Yeah, let's go. But I'm gonna go ahead and give me one. Probably get Julius one. Call it a day.
Yeah.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Stay safe, folks. That's what you can do.
Stay safe.
This is a pro-vaccinated podcast.
But what I will continue to do, I'm going to do all my stuff and I'm going to travel. I'm still going to do what I need to do.
I'll be mad as hell if I caught COVID going down to Bandera.
It is Texas. I'm going to Alabama, but I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere.
Where in Alabama?
Marion, Alabama. You don't even know where it is.
Yeah. That's not too far from Mobile.
Mobile?
Yeah.
It's not Mobile.
It's Mobile.
It's Mobile, Alabama.
I think they say Mobile. It ain't that far away, though, is it?
It's not far away from Mobile or Birmingham. I'm flying into Birmingham, and then it's like an hour and a half away. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm going to be out there still not running. So I'll keep you guys updated when I do feel like running. It's going to be like a quick 20 minutes. I might even start, I don't know if I'm feeling good or if Remy is feeling good, might get her out and see what she's like running. See what that's like. Try to get a couple miles out of her to see what's up. Cause every now and then when I'm walking her, I do a little bit of a run and then she's like, okay. And she's already trotting like, let's go. I'm ready. I'm like, okay. So you want to run, let's go. So yeah. Also, holidays, were they good?
Oh yeah, no, they was nice. I enjoyed the holiday.
In Arlington Heights.
What? You gotta chill on that. Let me see where I'm at. You wildin'. Super hard.
The greater Chicago area.
No, we gonna have to cut that out. But yeah, no, I've been chilling. I hung out with my children and we did whatchamacallit. We did they got them wrap their gifts. Julius hung out with his mom and stuff, so he hasn't come back home yet, but Zuri and August got to open their gifts and stuff like that, and I got to put together August's new Paw Patrol bed, so that was super fun. And
cute.
It was nice, man. It's been nice.
Nice.
It's been fun, but it's been pretty chill. Nothing too crazy. My family didn't really get together. My little brother got sick. My mom just had knee replacement surgery, so my family didn't really do nothing. So I was just over here freeloading on Shorty's family real quick. So
love that. Love it.
It was all right. It was cool. I would have preferred for things to have been different, but they weren't. So
sounds like a good time still, though.
It's been a beautiful time. Everybody's been happy. Everybody has been smiling, and that's not. I couldn't ask for more.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. So, what else? What else is there? Is that it, or is this a wrap up?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, look at that. A quick little update. What was that?
So I'm starting to lose energy now. I'm still kind of sick.
Oh, we'll get better. Rest up. And also, good luck on your race. Wait, no. We'll talk again. No.
No, I don't think we will.
It's this coming weekend. This coming weekend is the 1st. The weekend after that is the 8th.
Yeah.
So we'll still talk on the 3rd.
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah. So I guess So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess give us an update on your training, and then you'll be off.
We'll see.
Next week. Cool. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review. Hit us up with some questions, whatever you got to do. But if you got this far, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.
Peace.